When Angela Davis sat down with Dick Cavett, most people expected a civil conversation, maybe even a light-hearted exchange. Cavett is known for his calm demeanor and measured tone, often guiding guests into polite debates without ever pushing too hard. But what happened during this interview took everyone by surprise. It started with Cavett asking a question that, on the surface, sounded reasonable. He wanted to know whether Davis believed violence could ever be justified in political struggle. He phrased it carefully, not accusatory but clearly skeptical. A classic move, framing the conversation in terms that suggest the real danger comes from those demanding change, not from the systems they're fighting against. Angela Davis didn't flinch. Her response wasn't loud and it wasn't angry, but it was devastating. She calmly explained that the question itself was flawed, that it ignored the long history of state violence that Black communities have endured in silence. She pointed out that when people who have been oppressed for centuries begin to resist, suddenly they are the ones expected to explain themselves, to justify their tactics, to prove their humanity. And then she asked a simple but powerful question. Why is it that only the oppressed are asked to be nonviolent? The room went quiet. Cavett, who moments earlier had been steering the conversation, suddenly looked unsure. He nodded slightly, as if acknowledging the point, but he had nothing to say back. The audience stayed still. You could feel the tension shift. Davis hadn't just answered the question. She'd exposed it. In the hours since the clip aired, social media has been flooded with reactions. Some are calling it a masterclass in composure. Others say it's a reminder that real progress begins when we stop asking comfortable questions and start facing uncomfortable truths. But what most people agree on is this. Angela Davis didn't come to play along with a familiar script. She came to challenge it. And by the end of the interview, there was no doubt who was in control of the conversation.